Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Tater TWAB. Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. Yeah, we're joined by none other than the chocolate chip master himself, Cookie. And we're also here with Sam and Legend. Hello.
Hello. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Well. All right, we're not going to waste too much time in this because we got to go fly around as a space wizard. Got to get this done in record time. This week at Bungie, we dove deep into feedback about all of the exciting things that have been happening in the game as we continue to conquer the nightmares that Callus and his army have to throw at us. We've got some next steps to share about Solar 3.0, an updated known issue list for players to track with so many new things being introduced, and a special tribute to our community that we'll think you'll find welcome.
Sounds about right.
What is that? Image. Oh my god. The last week has been filled with dangers lurking at every corner, whether it's confronting our fears in the newest duality dungeon or getting a little spicy with the recent Solar 3.0 update. There's a healthy dose of newness for Guardians to take on. But before we dive into what's next for Solar, let's talk about Iron Banner and Rift's relaunch, which has gotten static reviews.
100%.
Static. Iron Banner's Rift is making waves. Again, at least they can poke fun at themselves. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
Rift is back, but it's not the same Rift that Destiny 1 players remember. With the launch of the new map, the returning yet revamped Rift mode, Iron Banner, and some known issues that we have been investigating, we wanted to take a moment to provide some clarity on what Rift is, while also providing an update on where the team is in terms of bugs. What is the objective? A few TWABs ago, and again, they explain this, and this is sad that they have to explain this again. Which we can talk about how fast time is going. Is that normal? Is it just me? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Bungie's own principal designer, Alan Bain, sat down to talk about the changes you've now had a chance to see in Iron Banner. He also spoke about different visions for PvP going forward and where the new map fits into a bigger picture. Much of the changes centered around a common feedback item we get in the PvP community, especially with modes like Control. Where's the teamwork? Season 17's launch of Rift bears that question and its core, so the dev team made a few alterations to make it more objective friendly. Make it a more objective friendly experience that aims to feel rewarding and fresh. With that in mind, what is Rift? Rift is an objective-based crucible mode with a huge focus on objective. Keyword objective. See, people want to just run around and shoot things, but they don't like to play objective.
Well, yes, but there are situations where I've noticed, and they've addressed this as well, which I think they're looking into. The objective will sometimes disappear from the map, so you can't play objective. And you're essentially waiting for the game to run out, so it just turns basically into one giant free-for-all simulator. Well, not free-for-all simulator, but just, it turns into Clash.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, but you also have some situations in the non-freelance mode where one team will score and then they'll keep the spark over on their side and not try to score and instead just use it to farm kills. But we'll get more into that in a bit.
Cookie's the only one out of all of us that has played, I think, Iron Banner, so he has the most insight to this topic right here.
Yes.
Rift is an objective-based crucible mode with a huge focus on objective. Teams will have a goal, take the spark from the middle of the map into the base of the enemy and dunk it into the enemy rift. One dunk equals 1 point. The first to make it to 5 points or to have the upper hand by the 10-minute mark wins. Here's the full breakdown that we previously shared. A spark appears at the center of the map. They went through all this. So, again, spark Appears to the center of the map is scored and can be picked up by interacting for a couple of seconds. The spark itself is a buff that allows full weapon and ability usage aside from super by the person that has it. For the first 5 seconds after picking up the spark, or for a few seconds after taking damage, both teams receive a waypoint for the spark holder. After that, the waypoint only remains for the spark holder's own team. Marking the spark holder for your teammates is important. If you die by carrying a spark, it drops to the ground where you died or nearby if the spot is not navigable. If you hold onto the spark too long, it detonates. So people are passing it, then, is what you're saying. Got it.
So the way it works is like, so like say you and I are running, right? And I die, you can pick up the orb, as well as get my res if you so choose to. The biggest thing is like when it comes to spark, if, like they said, like you're not spotted until someone actually like sees you. So if nobody sees you and like the rest of the team is like distracting the enemy team, you can sneak through like the sides and whatnot, because that's usually what I've been doing. If I know they haven't seen me and I know they're fighting my team, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all handle that. I'm out.
Got it. Team resurrections are enabled in Rift, so make sure to pick up your teammates. They put this in bold. There are no points for kills, just for spark dunks, so playing the objective is key. Correct. I think this is the biggest thing people were like not understanding. That
and the thing is, the Iron Banner emblem can track what your efficiency is on Iron Banner, so you can still have a way to track like how your overall KDA is doing. However, it's not, you're not storing the game based on kills. It's
not like in Control where you just melee and smash everybody like we went through last night. So yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, is like ultimately, right? So like even though there are some things in the mode that are annoying, it's not Bungie's fault that people want to play like the way they do. Like, and I know there's going to be some folks that say, oh, we're going to play the way we want to play. That's fine. But if that's not what the game mode is designed for,
then don't play it.
Don't bitch about it. Like, don't play it. Don't play it. Don't complain about it.
Go play Control and meme away.
If you're not doing something to correct the problem, then stay in your lane.
Meme away in Control. Have fun.
Yeah. Y'all know who you are. I know I'm probably gonna get some flack about this, but I said what I said.
Exactly. Play the freaking game the way it's supposed to be played. The same thing can be said with Call of Duty to people that bitch and moan about Call of Duty modes. If you play Search and Destroy, play Search and Destroy. If you play freaking Hardpoint, play Hardpoint. Push together. Get on things. Like, freaking play the game mode. It is an play the objective.
Yeah. And don't try to like troll the other team by just having a spark. So that's the only thing I will say that I wish Bungie added in there to alleviate that. So the spark, wherever the spark drops, it's where it sits.
Correct.
For like the whole time until somebody picks it up. I feel like if the spark hasn't actually been picked up within like 10 seconds, it should respawn back to the original spot.
Freaking Uplink had that in Call of Duty, that if you did do that, it would despawn and then you'd have to go back to the middle with that. Yeah. Another thing that they could do. Yes, correct. Yeah, then you can't sit there and farm the hell out of it. Another thing that would also work is that there's a team debuff that causes damage that over a period of time, if it is not progressed past halfway of your side, you're taking damage, and it could be significant. So if that's the case, wipe the whole team. Like, everybody dies. So you have to move past halfway. Now people may sit there and just go over halfway and come back, go over halfway and come back. But again, that gives the team it has to progress forward. Like, if if you don't have anything in there to make it progress forward, people are going to do this all day long, and that's the biggest thing. Or like you said, you drop it, it despawns. Like, don't make it like if somebody dies with it, it should despawn and go back to the middle.
So I don't care if someone dies with it. Like, I don't care if it gets. I don't think it should get despawned, right? Because some of like the clutch moments you have are like, again, if you're running with someone, they die, you pick it up and you're able to save it, right? Kind of like Rocket League, you know? You're able to save it. But if nobody's around to pick it up and nobody has picked it up, it should despawn, but not just drop if someone dies with it. That would just get it's Destiny. That would just get ridiculous because of the shit that can happen. And another thing as well, which I think. So I will say, I don't remember if Bungie had put it into TWAB or not. So like you said, with like they mentioned in there, with kills not counting toward, like, not getting points for kills, right? That also includes for Iron Lord as well. For all you Triumph hunters out there, if you're playing the game just like for kills only, you're not gonna get a lot of progression on Iron Lord. Like, I think I showed, actually I sent it to Sam, because I think we were talking about the new Kenobi episode, which Verge I don't think I've seen yet, so we're going to refrain from that. But, you get points towards completing Iron Banner activities by, like, actually picking up the orb, going to dump the orb, killing the orb grunter, actually playing the objective. That's what gets you the points for that. Once that data clicked in for me, I was like, okay, let me start doing this more, and I managed, and I'm like making some good progress on it. I don't know if I'll actually get Iron Lord this week, but I'm a lot closer than I was when the week started.
Correct.
A lot closer. Now I get it, right? Like, again, like, at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do, but let's be a little conscientious about that, right? I know that's a lot to ask from the gaming community as a whole, but come on, guys, be smarter.
True. When Rift is in Iron Banner, the hunt is on when the team has the spark. Music intensifies. There are several ways to extend matches past the time limit continuation. At the end of regulation time, if the current spark holder could change the outcome of the match. Either the game is tied or the current spark holder is down 1 point. The match continues until the current spark holder drops the spark and scores. Sudden death multi-spark if there's a tie. Game enters a 90-second overtime where 3 sparks spawn midfield. Versus score, chaos reigns. After a sudden death timer is up, sparks stop dropping on death and any sparks on the ground are removed. As soon as the last spark is eliminated without a score, the match ends in a tie.
Yep.
Regarding reputation, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so the way the multi-spark works is pretty much like how it says. So you gotta have 3 sparks that spawn in the field, and essentially the way it works is the first one that goes in wins. So it's not like you have to score all 3, but whoever scores the first one, that's what that team wins. So you basically have like 3 different spark runners to protect and or defend. Or kill, sorry. Protect or defend, wow. Protect or kill. So that's one thing I noticed with that. Another thing in that mode that I've noticed, which is actually pretty cool, or I found out the hard way. When you pick up the spark, if you have a super, your super's gonna go bye-bye. So be careful with that as well. For any of you thinking to like pick up get a super, get that buff from the super, and then just go rushing in. Doesn't work. Tried it, failed miserably.
So again, Cookie has a lot of insight on this because he's played it. So he's speaking the education right now on this.
Yeah, I'm getting like miniature PTSD from it.
Regarding reputation changes, play matches with each match earning more towards Iron Banner reputation. So it's a continuous cycle. Win matches to earn a small bonus based on your current Iron Banner rank. Wear Iron Banner armor or just as ornaments if you own non-Iron Banner gear, and equip Iron Banner weapons to max out your gear multiplier at 200%. 5 total pieces must be equipped, though please remember this includes Iron Banner armor and Iron Banner ornaments. Complete the Iron Banner challenges, tack on 100% to your challenge multiplier for the rest of the week. Use an Iron Banner emblem for an additional 10% emblem multiplier. There's a report issue where certain emblems the team is actively investigating. Okay.
Wait, what was that last part?
The use of the Iron Banner emblem for 10%. There's a reported issue certain emblems with certain emblems.
Okay.
Daily challenges again. Yeah, have you?
I was gonna say I don't think I've noticed that one. But again, like usually when I'm like putting all the stuff on, I'll look to see like what if it's at least registered as me using it or me having it quit. But I don't know if there's a way to check to see like if you're getting the full percentage or not.
No idea. No idea. I guess you could kind of see, just track your score over games and see.
Yeah, because even with all the
take it off, do a game, see what it is, see what the regular is, and then see if you're getting a bonus with a regular game.
And even with like all the armor on and stuff too and whatnot, like it's not like a huge increase. Like they definitely made this grindy.
Daily challenges. We've seen some confusion over the daily challenges that can be found when hovering over Iron Banner nodes. So we want to resurface what was previously shared about this mechanic for anyone that may have missed it. As noted in the previous TWAB, for the first 4 days of each Iron Banner week, Guardians will unlock a new daily challenge, one for each day. These challenges unlock each day whether you complete them or not. So if you log in on Friday, you can do them all in succession if you want to. Rewards will also stack reputation bonuses for the remainder of the week alongside a Pinnacle Iron Ingram. The weekly bounties that typically award pinnacles have been deprecated appropriately to balance out this changed Iron Banner. These work similarly to weekly challenges that can be found in the node for Iron Banner Rift. At the end of the day, we're going to keep an eye out on feedback. It's an odd spot to be in, where you can see the community in its polarity and its entirety. There's so many opposing viewpoints and sometimes those can contradict each other in a way that can be a confounding puzzle. A fun puzzle, absolutely, but tricky. One small move can make or break an experience, but we will never stop listening and expanding the Destiny 2 experience. Before diving into what's next for Solar, we just want to say thank you for everyone that shared their feedback, their joy, and their desire to constantly evolve the spacefaring experience. Right now, the team is working hard on investigating known issues such as the sparks sometimes disappearing, progress trackers for the new title, and that pesky loop trap where some are encountering when they take on an enemy team. While we continue digging into every facet of these reported instances, we wanted to give you a heads up on what's happening behind the scenes and drop the Bungie help resource for those looking at updates. You mentioned that you were in a game like that where you had the continuous spawn.
Yeah, and I've only experienced it. Thankfully, I only experienced it once. But yeah, there have been some reports of that where it's just like you spawn in and you're stuck in that loop essentially until the game ends. So it just turns to a giant emo fest.
Well, to see, I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to play Iron Banner this time through, but hopefully, maybe next time, if not this time.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, like, and I'll say this, right? So, like, I do enjoy this new game mode.
Mm-hmm.
I like the concept of it. I think there could be, like I said, I think there can be a few tweaks made to it, to kind of like force more objective play style and whatnot. But again, right? That's what this is all about. You're gonna bring out new things. You're gonna test it out. You're gonna see what works and what doesn't work. You know, all you can do is be patient. I mean, here's what we do know: the Iron Lord title is not going away.
No,
like that is here to stay.
And again, it's something new for PvP, and we haven't seen new things for PvP. So, God, they're gonna break stuff. Give it a chance. Breathe. Sit down for a second and relax. You wanted a new map. Okay, they gave you a huge map. All right, cool. You wanted
that map is really good for Rift. Normal PvP, not so much. There's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. In terms, like, the reason it's fine for Rift is because, okay, I need to run everywhere to look for these people, to look for the runner. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit different in Control when you're just finding a person to kill.
Correct. All right, well, that's Iron Banner for that. we'll see how it progresses and how it changes. Operation Muy Caliente, which means very hot. The Sandbox team has been monitoring feedback since the launch of Solar 3.0 closely. That was 2 weeks ago with the season. Closely with that feedback comes a few new updates to share with you all to help the 3.0 live its best life. Here are some tweaks we have on the horizon for from Sandbox Discipline lead Kevin Yanes. Kevin says, "Hey folks, as you're all aware, we have recently launched Solar 3.0, the latest in our subclass 3.0 updates. As with any launch, we've been watching and reading reactions to the feature, and it has become clear that we needed to circle around the campfire to share a bit about our plans. So I'd like to get together and talk with you about our intentions, next steps, and some expectation setting for the rest of the seasons this year. First, I want to reiterate that the goals we laid out for the 3.0, starting with Void update that went live when we announced Witch Queen, we are taking the subclasses you know and love and remixing them. We've seen that. That means adding new abilities and mechanics, ditching some old ones where it makes sense to do so, and spreading out existing ones to create enticing new combinations. A common feedback thread is some frustration around losing elements like Heart of Pack or nerfs to things like Sunspots or Benevolent Dawn. We know that losing things can feel unsatisfying or painful at first blush, but part of the 3.0ification of these classes is also rebalancing of some of these atoms. Those passive or self-looping ability regen benefits silently power crept over the years to levels that made them far too dominant in many activities. With our focus on build crafting, we want to have one singular perk complete large parts of the kit yourself. As we continue the process of moving the light subclasses to 3.0 system, you will see us continue to rebalance gameplay atoms in this matter, with the goal that the new combinations and possibly the possibility space they open up will offset the loss of any one perk. Initial reactions to Solar 3.0 have not met our new thing that melts your face off bar, and we believe that's due to, in part, a few things. Ember Benevolence shipped in an inconsistent state that left healers feeling underwhelmed in their kit when it didn't behave as expected. Warlocks who wanted to specialize in healing had limited ways to interface with that fantasy, with 2 of their 3 aspects focusing on aerial mobility or scorching, and losing the flexibility of choosing to use their grenade to heal allies or damage enemies on the fly. Titans, while bombastic and potent, lacked ways to keep their engine running without needing to run Throwing Hammer or burning multiple cooldowns. As we said in the past, through TWAB Social and other dev upgrades, we much rather ship something a little too spicy than something bland that makes first band impressions. I think with Solar 3.0, we landed somewhere in the middle. The team feels very passionately that this is the wrong place to be. To that end, the team has pulled some heroics and shifted resources to make some buffs to Heat Rises, Icarus Dash, Celestial Fire, Burning Maul, Roaring Flames, and Consecration, as well as bug fixes for Ember Benevolence, and a few of our other damage over time lingering grenades. These changes will go live next week with hotfix 4.1.0.2. Solar Warlock, Heat Rises. Added behavior. Consuming your grenade now also releases a burst of cure around you, healing you and your nearby allies. Consuming a healing grenade increases the strength of the burst to the cure ×3. And consuming a touch of flame healing grenade provides restoration as an additional benefit. Okay. Icarus Dash. Added behavior. While airborne, rapidly defeating targets with your super or any weapon cures you. Cool. Celestial Fire. Each Celestial Fire projectile now applies 10 Scorch stacks. This is increased to 15 stacks with the Ember of Ashes equipped. I thought Celestial Fire did that.
I'm not sure.
Solar Titan Burning Maul buff damage in PvE by 25%. You were running that the other day, weren't you?
I tried running Burning Maul the first week. The problem was I wasn't seeing so it was solid for ad clear, but in terms of like boss DPS, it wasn't doing much.
Solar Titan and Burning Maul we talked about. Roaring Flames added behavior. While Roaring Flames is active, your undercharged melee attack now deals solar damage and applies 30 Scorch stacks. That's pretty big. The targets per hit is increased to 40 stacks with the Amber of Ashes. So literally with that attack, you can get almost 50% Scorch. Now compare that with a weapon that's scorching or another aspect or something that can give you more Scorch. You're igniting them a little bit quicker. I think the biggest thing that they're probably seeing is that, like Sam's been saying and stuff like that, I think we've all kind of talked about it, is that the Void 3.0 with Volatile was just like, you saw it was explosions, like just junk. It was like freaking little gravitons just boop boop all over the place, like constantly. Yeah. You're not seeing that with this. You're seeing, like, you know, it's like you build it up and then all of a sudden it just like sits there and it's just like, well, where's the magnificent, like, poof, like, oh, yeah. I can't get Scorched. Like, how do you get Scorched? It's trying to find Scorched. They're not on fire. Are they scorched? Are they not? How many times have we said that? Are they scorched? Are they not scorched? I'm not getting anything that says they are or not.
Like when I use the Mito with incandescent, right? So I know, like, when they die, like, there's always that explosion type deal, and it's like a kill applies scorch to whatever's around, but I can't really tell when something's scorched. Now, if I'm in PvP, I definitely know when I'm scorched, because I'll see on the left side of my screen scorched times 5, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. But yeah, like with Void 3.0, it was what it was the mod that where you picked up elemental wells to get volatile, because like you can still make a volatile round build. It just takes a little bit more work. You
should have had an ignition build or a scorched build, like a scorch specific perk. They may have it, but like it doesn't proc well for it.
It's not. It really doesn't. Like, we have things where it's like getting a kill with like a solar exotic gets you like spawns like solar elemental wells. Cool, I can do that with a normal solar weapon and elemental armaments. I was like, what's the significance of that? You know?
Again, they're noticing things and they have to change it.
Yeah.
That's a small list of changes. The team takes feedback very seriously. We're players ourselves, so when things don't land, we also feel it internally. To say it out loud, a hotfix of this magnitude comes at a cost of other changes. So to set expectations here, the team is unlikely to take another balance pass until much later this season. It's important to our team that on top of doing amazing things, we maintain a healthy work-life balance, and this patch necessitates some breathing room. Okay, so they've probably been working around the clock to try to fix this, which means they need to take a break. Again, people can't understand that, and people don't get that through their little skulls of theirs, then you need to self-check yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Just say. On that note, what's next for abilities? Well, Arc 3.0 is still cooking up nicely. And we'll have more to talk about there in a future update. But just to reiterate points the team has made in the past about the next subclass updated after Arc 3.0, you should expect the abilities team to go dark for a little while. Since shipping stasis with Beyond Light, the team has made huge abilities changes season over season. For last year, we've been back-to-back shipping new aspects for stasis, adding the variable ability cooldown system, creating the 3 subclasses. It's been busy. We hope the changes you've read today reinforce our commitment to being responsive to feedback and candid in our communication. We're also right alongside you on the derelict Leviathan, snapping, slamming, and flipping our way to victory. Cool. We'll see how it works. You know, like, give them credit. They're doing what they're doing. I'm not a big, like, I just like a little bit. It just doesn't seem like it's like that. Like you said, it's like that. I'm having fun running it. Like, but I'm the person that I'm just going to keep trying it and seeing how it works and not just give up on it in a second. Like, unless you need to make a build like we did last night for having Void on. And
I mean, like, like I said, like, I got a weapon with Adrenaline Junkie and Demolitionist, and I was like, oh, Demolitionist, cool. Grenades, oh, getting my grenade back quicker. I can toss more vortex grenades and get my volatile rounds and make that build.
Mm-hmm.
I was freaking tearing through shit yesterday.
Again, like they want you to make builds. They want you to build stuff. So you have to have fun with it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not like throwing like a crap ton of spears at them for that stuff. Because like, I mean, let's face it. Like, people want it easy. People want to give it to them on a silver platter.
Mm-hmm.
And then these same folks are then going to complain like, oh, well, there's nothing more to do. Well, you were given everything. Like, you could have worked for this, but you forgot what it meant to actually work towards something you wanted.
Correct.
Not going to be easy, but nothing worth something ever is. That can be applied to many things, not even just the game.
Correct. Life lessons. Life lessons.
To my TED Talk.
TED Talk. They have new Prime Gaming for all you Prime Gaming people up there. We're not going to go through this, but it looks like it has Polaris Lance, Braid Legacy. Or what ornament is that?
Emblem, and then there's a shader as well. Not a shader,
Braid Legacy exotic. Oh, it's the Legacy. Okay, got it. Heroes, welcome always. Destiny community is filled with heroes from all walks of life, from wholesome streamers to guides willing to help new players. The most difficult content, kindness has no exemptions and no limits. Our community inspires us daily. Because of that inspiration, we want to directly feature unique stories that have shaped some incredible people in this space. One such content creator is known for a positive impact on Destiny 2 at large. He's always there with congratulatory words, other players chasing their dreams. His streams are filled with high energy and open hearts, and his reps. Umaze, yes, very good. He's a fun one to watch, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not. So he does freestyle rap, and he does it while he's playing. It's fantastic. So they're doing a Heroes Are Welcome. They're doing a specific thing. You guys can go watch it. This is a behind the scenes thing talking about him and stuff like that. So you guys can go watch that. We're not going to play those, obviously, for that, but make sure you go and watch those things. Player support report: Telesto status calamitous, of course. Season of the Haunted launched last week, and the feedback about the story of what it means to turn around and face your nightmares has been nothing short of incredible. That being said, Telesto has become Sentinel and has taken over the tower now and is in the hands of Banshee. Turns out this was widely regarded as a bad move by the universe, but the team has been hard at work at tackling the issue with a dedicated fervor that is honestly impressive. Between that and some hiccups with the launch of Iron Banner and Rift, there are a few updates from our meticulous player support team that players should be aware of. As always, we thank you for your patience, making Destiny 2 better and better. Here's their player report. Tuesday, hotfix 4.1.0.2, same schedule as normally for a hotfix on a Tuesday. Iron Banner challenges, I think we've talked about this. When hovering over to Iron Banner node, players can see the weekly challenge 1 of 4. One weekly challenge is unlocked daily from Tuesday to Friday. The challenges will stack so players can complete in one day. They've talked about that. Dungeon Key ownership clarification for all you non-Witch Queen Deluxe owners. Similar to season passes, Dungeon Keys are applied to the first account that logs in with the purchase and moves between platforms with cross save. Dungeon Keys and Season Pass Premium track rewards can't be game shared between platform accounts and must instead be purchased for each account that attempts to access them. Simple crossplay stuff that they've been having up. Game sharing on the platform feature is not officially supported by Bungie. For more information, so supposedly people are trying to cheese the system. Known issues. Cloak of Baccharis doesn't flow like normal cloaks and is extremely rigid. Sounds like a maybe good problem there.
That's a Hunter problem.
The top part of the mark of Falling Star ornament disappears if the helmet is display turned off. Killing perk roll too quickly can sometimes trap players in the gauntlet. This is the cookie bug. We're gonna name that the cookie bug.
Yo, so that's what that happened. That's what happened to me. Once.
So we were too fast then. Hear that, Sam? We were actually too good. We trapped cookies.
I don't know if that was a good thing to trap. You trapped me in the cookie jar.
True.
You put me back in the jar. How dare you?
Player's Lance Catalyst is no longer progressing with perfect 5th burn kills. We are investigating reports of players who are unable to lock their Void and Arc subclasses. That sucks. The constricted weapon ornament for the Traveler's Chosen Sidearm can no longer be equipped. Smartifice armor from the Grasp of Armor have lost their extra mod slots. Fix it, por favor. The Anarchy exotic grenade launcher loses its 2 times damage against enemy after a character dies or picks up a relic. Please, you've already nerfed it enough. Tethers from Hunter Supers can cause severe frame rate drops in various activities. Vortex grenades are doing less damage. I think this has been a problem for this season. Some players who die in the final boss encounter duality dungeon get stuck outside the area and can't respawn. We had that happen to us.
Yeah. Well, except you respawned, it just you weren't able to get back in that zone.
And that instance where like I would go in and die, that happens to a lot of people. It's so touchy. Like I've seen it happen. It's been bad for people that are trying to solo it. Like solo flawless it. Like,
oh well, yeah. No, I'd say you still gotta wait till it's better to wait to attempt the flawless run of that with the bugs and things going on right now.
Some Iron Banner emblems don't count towards the Iron Banner rank. They talked about that. Can be lost. The spark can be lost. Players who sometimes spawn repeatedly between rounds of Iron Banner matches. Talked about that. Some players are not getting credit for Jerome's Howl Triumph and Iron Banner Seal or for the Forging Iron quest steps. Based on our investigations, we believe this is caused for 2 reasons. Players have equipped more than 5 armor pieces in total. This can be caused when wearing Iron Banner armor while having universal ornaments made to double it amount. Okay. They're putting Iron Banner on and then putting Iron Banner ornaments on, so the game is recognizing both. So it's not letting it progress because it's overloaded. It doesn't know which one to pick from because there's 2 things on that it's looking at.
Yeah, that's why I pretty much just went with all Iron. My Iron Banner set is all Iron Banner except the mark. I think I have an ornament.
Yeah.
Or I have one on which counts as 5, but it's not overloading. Because I don't like the Iron Banner light, so I just put an ornament on those. A non-banner one at least.
What did this one say here? Our system has detected that if you're gone AFK, meaning that our system thinks that your character is participating, resulting in not being counted for triumphs or bounties. Some players aren't gaining progress for various Crucible Iron Banner triumphs or bounties. Yes, thank you. AFK again. The tooltip doesn't appear consecutive items. Full list is there. You have movies of the week. You have art of the week. Light forever. All. Artist of the week. That's pretty cool. The first one, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sculpted my Guardians of Polymer Clay. That's people are talented. Look at how cool that looks.
Oh yeah.
Subclass Thrall. No, thank you. Subclass Curse Thrall. No, it's just not regular Thrall. It's Curse Thrall. No.
Yep, I'm good with it.
Okay, they have they talk about the Celestial Nighthawk 1-to-1 replica is in stock, so it's an actual helmet that's in stock. And then the biggest thing is, we were actually talking about this last night, and I will be definitely purchasing this because one, the pin looks phenomenal. That banner looks phenomenal. Like, it looks really, really cool. In addition to new things, it's Pride Month, obviously. We're celebrating it here. We're celebrating it all throughout the community and stuff like that. As a redesigned spin on our previous collectible pin to be more inclusive and directly helping the communities that Pride celebrates. Profits go to It Gets Better Project. So again, your purchase goes towards that. And as well as the new emblem called the Infinite Prismatic. So the Guardians show their support in Destiny 2. If you want to donate directly, that aims to uplift, empower, and connect lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer LGBTQ plus youth and around the globe. That's where you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, they direct the proceeds to there to support the It Gets Better project and their resources to help out the LGBTQ community. So make sure you go over there and check it out. The link's right there. I will be doing that sometime this weekend to get that squared away and get that pin. Again, I got the pin from last year. It's pretty nice. Their pins are good. Like, their pins are nice. They're durable. They're awesome collectibles. They look great. I got a bunch of them here as far as charity things go. So highly recommend it. It'll be sent on June 6th if you send it for the emblem, so you have some time. It'll be next week when they hit reset. You got some new gameplay pins to commemorate overcoming challenges and game content as well. We also got the new Hockey Deep Explorer inspired hoodie for the new pull. I didn't even see that. Is it pretty cool?
I'm looking at it right now in the store.
Decent. Some new pullovers to rep the Crucible and Gambit love. Blah blah blah. Okay.
Although there's only one. There's one thing I think is kind of funny with it. There's a literal crosshair on your back. It's like, huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, before we release you into the wild of Slato's weekly challenges and take on what's left of the week's story mission, we want to offer one more reminder about the upcoming GCX Marathon. It starts this weekend. As mentioned, the latest TWAB GCX is coming in hot this year with yet another way of community to congregate, relax, and enjoy some time gaming while putting a little more good back into the world through charity. For more to miss the initial announcement, the stream marathon kicks off 9 a.m. on June 3rd and will conclude June 10 at the same time. The goal, raising money for St. Jude's Hospital. We are doing it for the children. It is for the kids. St. Jude's is a great organization. We do stuff for them here. You should go over and support them. Just saying. No pressure. There's some sweet prizes on the horizon for this streaming event, including new emblems to show off the world. It's all going down here, so make sure you tune into the official GCX stream right here. They have their own Twitch channel, and you can check out the previous announcement. As we head into the weekend, and more of you dive into Iron Banner Rift to wrap up the weekly seasonal challenges and dominate each in the search of pinnacles. We wanted to say thank you again for being part of a community that has grown so much through the years. That growth and ongoing evolution hasn't always been easy, and certainly not without missteps, but the teams here are so passionate about what they do, and your love and support. We have more on the way of Season of the Haunting, continues to strike into the depths of human psyche, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the ride because, well, it's definitely a ride. There's more to come. In the meantime, this is your usual hippie reminder to drink water, take your vitamins, and be kind to yourself and those around you. That's what Guardians do. I should go, hippie. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Tater TWAB. June 2nd, 2022. Cookie, any feedback before we go?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. I mean, like we said, overall, just give them time. They know stuff's not where it should be, and they're gonna be taking the time to try to make it to where, like, I mean, as many people as possible can actually enjoy the content they push out. They care about what they do. They care about community feedback. Like, not a lot of companies would go out of their way to do a weekly item such as this and actually address the problems being there. So, as much as some things do suck at the moment, or like, no, okay, that's a bad term. As much as things are a little difficult, just be patient and have faith. We had a lot of doubt with how Destiny was going to be way back when they were pushing that expansion after expansion, like Warmind and Curse of Osiris. Give them a breather.
Game's in a lot better state than it was years ago, ladies and gentlemen.
It was, and as always, like, it's easy to type up or say like a specific comment, right? But if you want to see something actually change, give constructive feedback, and this is more towards like the folks that saying like, oh, I could do this better, I could do this better, right? Okay, take that energy, say like what you're noticing is wrong, and come up with a potential solution instead of just saying I can make this better.
I mean, they have a jobs board.
Happy
I was gonna
Thursday,
say,
brother.
if you could,
They have a jobs board.
probably would have done it already. See, this is the dynamic with you
Right.
and I, Verge. You're the nice one, and I'm the one that'll call people out on their stuff.
Just keep rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Learn that things are going to be different. That's the biggest thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Tater TWAB for June 2nd, 2022. We will see you next Thursday. Cookie, as always, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You want to give a send-off?
Be good. Have fun. Have a safe weekend, whatever y'all are doing. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys.